My Gravely Pro Turn 260 model hash drains the battery after 2 to 3 hours of cutting. Blades disengage and mower shuts off. Replaced battery with new one. Same results. I obviously have a charging issue. Any advice on troubleshooting would be greatly appreciated.
Hi, my name is will be assisting you. What engine do you have on this machine? Can you provide the model and type or spec from the engine? Hi, my name is will be assisting you. What engine do you have on this machine? Can you provide the model and type or spec from the engine? Do you have a voltmeter? We can do some test and I will help you determine what your problem is.
Kawasaki FX850V 27 horsepower.
Your trouble is most likely the voltage regulator. If you have a voltmeter, in a few minutes I can help you to test the regulator and we will see if in fact it is the regulator or something more serious. Your trouble is most likely the voltage regulator. If you have a voltmeter, in a few minutes I can help you to test the regulator and we will see if in fact it is the regulator or something more serious. On the outside of the blower housing that covers the flywheel, the voltage regulator is mounted and will have 3 wires going to it. Most likely 2 of the wires are together in a plastic connector, then 1 wire it separate by itself. If these wires get hooked up on the wrong terminals, it will cause you charging problems as well as it could cause you to burn out the alternator.
I have located the voltage regulator and have a voltmeter.
Okay, you have 2 wires going to the voltage regulator in a plastic connector, right?
2 wires are in one of the plastic connectors.
In order to do our test, you will need to be able to start the engine and run it at full throttle. Will the engine start and run right now?
Just took it off charge, it will start.
Set your voltmeter to VAC. Start the engine and run at full throttle. Take the test leads of your voltmeter and connect to the 2 wires that are in the connector and see what kind of AC volts that you are getting and let me know. Set your voltmeter to VAC. Start the engine and run at full throttle. Take the test leads of your voltmeter and connect to the 2 wires that are in the connector and see what kind of AC volts that you are getting and let me know.
I got 38 volts.
Okay, that's good. That means that the magnets in the flywheel and the alternator are good.
I left the wires hooked to regulator. I put the leads, one on the connector with 2 wires, the other on the single wire connector.
Now set your voltmeter to VDC and we want to test between the other wire and the positive post of the battery. Start the engine and with it running full throttle, touch the red lead of your meter to the single wire on the regulator, touch the black lead of your tester to the positive on the battery and let me know what you get.
Set meter to DCV 200, put red lead to single wire on regulator and black lead to pos. On battery. My meter read -29.5.
Do you have other DC options on your meter? Try switching the meter leads and see what you get.
DCV, ACV, DCA ohms. I can move my red lead up to a connection that reads 10 ADC 10 A max. I will switch leads and try again.
DCV is what we want. We don't want to move to the ADC for any reason with the test that we are trying to do now.
I read 29.5. Do I need to take connector off regulator, or is it okay to touch the post connector is connected to?
No, there is no reason to take that off. Your voltage coming off of the regulator is too high. Your voltage regulator is bad and will need to be replaced.
Okay. We'll get a new regulator. Overvoltage will cause the battery to die.
Yes, it will kill the battery if it is overcharging. With the engine turned off, check voltage on the battery, just between the two battery posts, and see what you have.
13.2 volts.
I would replace the voltage regulator. It is not functioning properly. This should take care of your problem. I is not recharging the battery properly, and that is what caused the deck to quit working. Thank you. It has been a pleasure to assist you. Please take a moment to rate your experience.
John, thank you for your help. Just installed my new voltage regulator. I am reading the same voltage as the old regulator I took off. Please help. I don't want to fry my new battery.
Have the wires on the voltage regulator been removed and put back on by chance? What are you checking, VAC or VDC? Where are you doing these checks?
As long as we have had the mower, we have not touched those wires. I made sure to hook them up the way they came off. 2 white are on top. Red single wire is on bottom. I checked bolts DC from red wire on regulator to positive on battery. 29.3.
Take a look at the terminals on the voltage regulator. 2 of them are tied together. What wires are connected on those 2 terminals?
A red and white are together on the regulator. The other white is on the single post.
It is not hooked up properly. The 2 whites should be on the posts that are tied together on the regulator. The red should be on the single post of the regulator.
Wow. Okay. I will try that. I was looking at the wiring diagram for the engine. It sure looked like it is hooked up correct. If I swap the wires, will I mess anything up like the alternator? Swap them and check voltage again.
No, nothing will be messed up. The 2 white wires are VAC coming from the alternator to the regulator. The red wire is supposed to be VDC providing charge back to the battery.
Now I am reading 12 volts DC from red wire on reg. To pos. On battery. But when I switch to AC to check voltage at regulator, I have nothing.
You are checking VAC on the 2 white wires?
On the 2 white wires with them connected to regulator.
Unplug them from the regulator and do the check. I don't think that it will make a difference, but I want to check it anyway. You are doing this with the engine running full throttle?
Full throttle. I will check with them unplugged.
If you are getting no VAC from the 2 white wires with the engine running at full throttle, then either the alternator or the magnets inside the flywheel are bad. You won't know which without taking the flywheel off of the engine. I thought we had 38 volts AC when we did this test or check before.
Okay, John, the first apologize. My ground wire for my meter was not plugged all the way in. The voltage is there with it unplugged and my meter plugged in correct. I read right at 38 volts. I'm going to mow. Sorry for the confusion. Thank you for your help.
It has been a pleasure to assist you. I think you will be good now.
If you have a home improvement or appliance question and want to chat with an expert now, visit justanswer.com/YTHI.